Hey guys, welcome to another live video. I am Carey and welcome back to Carey Digital. In this live session, we're going to talk about Canva websites, how you can create your very own Canva website. Yes, pretty much how you can create a Canva website. So maybe you're thinking about, hey, I want to create a website, but you didn't know that you could actually create that website utilizing Canva. And definitely for this tutorial, this live session, I'm going to dive into all of that. I'm going to dive into how you can start creating your website and get ready to build your online presence and position yourself online in front of your target audience and how you can even get discovered. So this video is part of my 6-week exclusive training series on how to grow and build your online presence. And through this series, I've been talking a lot about approaches to building your online presence, how to grow your online presence, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and just a quick backstory about who I am. So I'm a Canva ambassador based in Kingston, Jamaica. And in my life or professional life, I'm a digital strategist. So I am very big on helping my clients, more specifically female entrepreneurs, to build their online presence, to stand out online utilizing digital tools like Canva. So they can easily, reach their target audience and gain some amount of flexibility and financial freedom in their life. I'm very passionate about that, and I've had years of creating websites, both for personal use and professional use. And I'm just really excited about this session. So if you're joining live, thank you for joining live. Comment below, tell me where you're from. Tell me what you really hope to gain from this session. And also, I'd love for you to also share with me one thing you'd really want to take away, right? So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll respond to you. I'm excited to just share what I know about building your online presence and how you can even utilize Canva to create your website. If you're watching the replay, you're in for something really good because you'll be joining me for 1 hour where I'll just doing like a really good deep dive into website creation. So if you're just starting out, I'll make it very simple for you, breaking it down so you can understand. And if you're advanced, I hope you will take something away from this session. So if you did not know, and as I mentioned before, you can easily create and publish Canva websites to get online, right? So one of the things about building your online presence is that your audience is looking for you. If you're a business owner, you're not online or not leveraging online, you are missing out big time because one, your customers are looking for you. They want to discover you. They want to know about you. They want to know what you're doing and they want to buy from you, right? So the minute you're not showing up online, the minute you're not consistent, the minute you're not positioning yourself in front of your target audience, that's the minute you're missing out. Every now and then I'm going to drink some water because we're going to be here for 1 hour. So, I have to ensure that, I'm not dying for thirst over here. All right. So that's one. And then also Canva website, it is free for Canva free. So if you have the free version of Canva, you can actually utilize the free version to publish your website. So that's good news for you if you don't have Canva Pro or Canva Teams. However, if you have Canva Pro, you can create unlimited websites, right? And that's one of the benefits of having Canva Pro. Really and truly, you don't necessarily need Canva Pro or Canva Teams until you reach the section of utilizing or create custom domains, right? And we'll dive into that as well. Also, you might be wondering, um, if I have no design background, can I really create a website? Yes, you can, because Canva gives you unlimited templates that you can utilize and explore. And because I'm excited to get started, and because I know you are waiting to get started, let's dive right into it. So I'll be looking on different screens. I'll be looking on my big monitor. I'll be looking at my computer here. And if you see me looking this is my right, then I'm really engaged in everything here. So I am glad you're here, and I'm just going to dive right in. So, one of the first things you will realize is that once you're on Canva, there's just so much going on, right? And the key thing to note is that you're looking for Canva websites. So, on Canva homepage, you're going to look for the section that says, what will you design? Which is right in this colored section here. And because we're focusing on websites, we're going to select websites. So you can look for this icon and select websites. Once you select website, you get a wide range of different websites that you can create. And so one of the things is that you can create a portfolio website, you can create a event website, you can create one for retail, bio link, and service websites. And when we talk about bio links, so maybe you've been on Instagram and you realize person say, hit that link in my bio, and they click on that link and it sends them to a website. So if you don't have an official website, with this with Canva, you can create something like that. So it's like a one page, like a landing page, right? And I'm going to dive into more specifically like a multi-page website, right? And in the coming weeks, once you subscribe to my channel, then you'll be able to see an upcoming video where I'll be walking you through how you can create one page websites, because really and truly there are so many reasons why you create a website. So in my training series, I talk a lot about websites and building a website, and the key thing with website is that it's your hub, right? So you might be on social media, you might be leveraging social media, but it's important for you to realize that your website is your home. At any minute, you can lose your social media account, right? And so one of the ways is that you want persons to easily find you even without social media. So your website is your hub and you want to make it your home. You want to make it engaging. You want persons to know what you're about and how they can buy from you literally, right? Or how they can even learn more about you. So if you're interested in building a portfolio website, then of course you want to show off your work. If you're interested in a services website, then of course you want to tell persons what you're offering and the type of services they can, literally get from you, right? So we're here and we're just scrolling through the different websites. And a key thing I like to share is that if you see this icon, if you watch my cursor, where I have like a little crown, if you see this icon and it is yellow, that means you don't have access to Canva Pro or Teams. If it is gray shaded, then that means you have access, right? And so we want to be mindful of that throughout this entire session. And because some of the templates are also Canva Pro or part of Canva Teams, right? So we want to be mindful of those that are free or available for free, and also those that are paid. All right. So in this session, we're going to create a really quick website, and we're going to do one for a portfolio, right? No, let's change that and let's focus on a service website, because I want to ensure that we're doing that. So one of the things we're going to do is focus on a website that provides information about you, about your business, and so they can also learn more about you. We're going to keep it very limited in terms of the number of pages, probably 4 pages max, because I don't want to overwhelm you and I want you to digest as much as you can, so you can go there and create your very own website. And we're going to utilize templates, as I mentioned. So if you're not a graphic designer, if you have no graphic designing background, you don't have to worry, because the templates are here literally to serve you and to help you to save time so you can quickly create a website and position yourself online. But before we dive right into creating our website online, we have to be mindful of a few things, right? So one, you need to be mindful, what is the vision of my website? Why are you even creating a website? Is it just because, oh, it's a nice thing to have, or you want your customers to discover you? What's your reason for your website? What is that vision? What do you want the website to do, right? So you might realize earlier I was talking about, hey, which website should I create? Should it be a portfolio? Should it be a service? And as I mentioned earlier, you have websites you can create for events, and they can use it for your bio link, and they can use it for portfolio. So you have to be very clear on the purpose of your website, why you want the website and the purpose of your website, because then it makes things easier and it helps you to get started, so you move at a place of clarity, right? Also, before you get started with a website, it is good for you to be mindful of another thing, knowing what you want to put on that website. So once you know why you want that website, it's going to help you to be clear on why you want what's going to be on that website. So if it's a service website, then of course, you have to tell them a little about yourself, tell them about the services you provide, and you'll also be able to show off yourself, right? Because of course you're building this home and you want that home to be welcoming. You want persons to engage, you want persons to learn, you want persons to eventually click those links, and for those links to convert into eventually sales, or them reaching out. Whatever is the purpose of your website, you want persons to be clicking and interacting and engaging with you, right? So now we're on this page where we are going through the website. All right. And the first thing, I'm going to look for a very simple website. And one of the things you can do is to browse. So just browse the different templates. If you have a color in mind, you can also search based on color. So in my case, I might say, hey, I want a website with yellow, and I can search yellow, and all the websites that have a yellow element will pop up. Maybe I say I want a website that is about, let's say, health. You can search and get inspiration for websites that have like a health style and what the content would look like, right? If for instance you want beauty, it's the same way. So whatever it is you have and desire, you can literally create your website or get ideas utilizing Canva templates for your website, right? And so in this case, we're going to focus on a website that is focusing on health. And so because we're focusing on health, if you watch my video on creating a brand kit, or even my video on creating your social media graphics, I touched a bit on creating a brand kit and the importance of having a brand identity. So your brand identity should speak to who are you, how are you showing up online, are you communicating with your audience in a way that they understand who you are? Is it speaking to them? Is it evoking the emotion that you want? You have to be mindful of that. And so for an health industry type or health related website, you want to use colors like greens and maybe blues and maybe yellows, right? Those are colors that are resonate with persons in health. And I'll drop a link in my description, just giving you some insights on how to choose colors. And if you have no color palette or you don't have a brand kit, then I'll also drop the link below so you can watch videos on that to learn how to create your brand kit, how to create your brand template, and how you can set up yourself for success online so you can show cohesively and consistently. So I'm looking here for an easy website, and I'm going to choose one that says follow your bliss. I think this is a decent one. I'm going to also browse. And again, you can also see the number of pages for each website. So you have the option to change it if you so desire. So maybe you don't want, maybe you like the style, but you don't want 13 pages and maybe want 5 pages. You can add it, and then after a while, then you can also change it. So we're going to be mindful of that. So we're going to use this website template, and it's called Dark Green and Pink Photographic Health and Wellness Service website. So when you look here, you see all the pages for this website. That's one. And two, we see the template style. So if you're not fond of this template style, you can literally click it and you can shuffle how it looks, how it feels. But you also have the option to select the color. And if you had created a brand kit, you would see the brand kit here. So in this case, I am using a Canva account that is very bare. So I don't have a brand kit set up, but if you watch my video, I'm going to drop the link in the description, as I said, then you can see what creating a brand kit looks like. But for this purpose, I'm going to show you how you can quickly create a brand kit and get a color palette. So in this case, I want something like a green. And then one of the things, when I start clicking, I get suggested colors. However, you realize when I clicked on the fourth palette color tone, I got a pop-up that says, hey, you can try Canva for free, because the free version only limits you to 3 colors, right? So in this case, because we don't want to use a lot of colors, we're going to stick to these 3, right? And I'm going to choose like a nice color that would complement this, right? And again, this is something that we can change over time. All right, so we're not going to upload any fonts. We're just going to keep it moving and just click try for free if you want to, right? But we're not going to do all of that. I was just showing it quickly. All right, close. So we have this random brand kit that we created, and then I'm going to just go back here to my templates and I'm going to apply all pages. So I'm going to replace all pages and I have my colors here. So if you realize, I'm going to just click this. Let me go back here, sorry. And I can swap out the colors, but I think I'm jumping ahead a little. So I'm just going to go back. So I'm going to undo all of this and go back to my template. Fine. So apply style to all pages, apply. And as I said, we can make the shuffle in terms of colors here if that's what we want, right? Then I hide. So the thing is, we have this website. It's maybe not to your own liking in terms of layout. You can feel free to move around the elements. You can move your text. You can change the size of your text. You can delete the photo in the background. You can change the photo in the background. And we're just going to walk through that. So this is a health website, and we're going to work with a copy that is here. But like I said earlier, please remember that before you start creating, you need to have your website copy ready to go, right? And so in this case, I'm just going to change all the colors. So I'm going to select the background here, and then I'm going to edit image. So if I wanted to change, like, you know, the colors of the website of the image, sorry, then I could easily utilize this tool here to change the filter. But we're not onto that right now. We're not going to change filters or anything. We're just going to change the background image. So I'm going to go to elements, then I'm going to look for health photo. So one of the things I want you to leverage here on Canva is to search. Use up your search bar. Think about all the words that, you know, or the category that relates to your business, and just search. And it gives you all the suggestions that you need. So I'm going to look for photos, and I'm going to change it to something that says pamper, because that's the focus of the website. So I'm going to choose pamper. I think I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I'm going to drop this to the back. And I'm just going to reposition my graphic. Okay. And then I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to make it transparent. And then I'm also going to change the color here. Right. Then I'm going to move the logo, and I can simply delete it if I want. But in this case, we're just going to keep it. And so we can change the colors, which is very easy to do on Canva. Then we're just going to change the colors again. And if you realize at any moment that, hey, you know, my graphics is not popping, the color is not popping, then you can easily include different images or elements that you can easily swap out, right? So I'm going to look for an element here. I'm going to find a square, and thus I'm going to drop it in the background so that my audience can easily identify the call to action, which is a very big thing. And we're going to position it backward. I'm going to change it here. We're going to change the color to this. We're going to position it to the front. And one of the things is that we have shortcuts, right? And we want to utilize those because it gives you the suggestions for shortcuts. All right. So we have our first page. And so the first page, you call that, like, you know, the header. So if you don't know much about websites, the first section of any website is called the header, right? So we have that here. We have maybe like a quote, or maybe you want to include like a little blurb about yourself. And this is like a really good start, right? So we have the health, and we're ready to go. On our second page, we can delete images, right? So I quickly deleted those images, But say, for instance, you wanted to include like additional images, we could include a grid. So we'll search again for grid, and we can simply reposition that image, or that grid, I should say, and we can drag and drop. So with the grid, you can easily make and move around your elements or your photos much easily. And so in this case, we're utilizing this. Remember, we're not doing a lot of changes to our images, because what we want to do is to maintain the look and feel that it already has, is except for just a few changes, especially being that you'll be creating one on your own. All right, so I don't want this image, I'm going to delete it. So maybe I want to reposition it a bit, and I'm going to move it. So one of the things is that also when you have a grid, you can easily move around your images, and you can reposition it to your own liking. You can make it smaller, bigger, whatever it's your desire, you can just do that. And then we have, on this case, it's a philosophy. But instead of having a philosophy, you could have about me, and you could include a blurb about yourself, or you can include just a general blurb about your business, right? Again, we can change the background color. And in this case, we're changing the color, which means we have to change out some of the elements here to make it more readable, right? Also, we're going to scroll now, and again, we're going to change the color, and you can just quickly and easily do that. Maybe you don't want all the pages to have the same color. We're going to change it to this, right? And again, because we want to ensure that whenever an audience visits our website, they can easily read it or view the content that is there, you have to ensure that the color is popping and persons can easily see what exists. If you want to change all the colors for a font or multiple, not fonts, but if you want to change the color for multiple copy at any given time, simply highlight the text and go to this text color, select it and choose your color, right? And if you also want to change the font, you could do the same thing and scroll through your all the various text that's here or fonts that's here, and simply change it. Again, we're not changing much here, so this is just for demonstration purposes. All right. No, we're going to scroll, and as I mentioned, we're doing just 4 pages. I'm going to keep this color here because I think we pretty much get the gist, and these colors complement or really go well together. And I can also just change on the last page. I'm going to change the color here. I'm going to make a few changes and probably just swap out some images. So let me go for hamper. And I'm glad this happened. So one of the things is I mentioned earlier, if you see the crown and it is on like a yellow color, or you see pro and you are not on the pro version, that means if you're on the free version and you download this, or not download, but publish your website, you will see the Canva watermark. And to avoid that, you can simply either pay for the element, or you can simply upgrade to Canva Pro or Canva Teams. And you want to click the link in my description to have an affiliate link. So once you utilize that affiliate link, you can try your Canva free for 45 days. So if you're currently on Canva free version and you want to try some of these elements, click the link in my description and get access to get access to Canva free for 45 days, and just really explore and try all of the awesome things that you can do with Canva. All right, so I'm going to change the colors here once again, and I can make my text bold, but for this particular text I can't make it bold, so that I'll just leave that as is. All right, and this is pretty much the layout for your website. You can change up the images, change up the text, make it your own, add your own brand colors and that kind of thing. So if you feel comfortable with your website, you're ready to go now, and you're ready to just hit publish, we're going to explore how we do that, right? And so one of the things that I want you to be mindful is that with Canva, you get website, you can utilize the website domain, which is SEO friendly. If you're not sure what SEO is, that is search engine optimization, which means your keywords on your website, once persons search that in Google, your website can fall in like the top, on the first page of Google, or in the top probably 10, top 20, or top whatever, so persons find your website and you easily, right? Or they can easily discover you. So what you get with Canva when you design a website with Canva, I should say, is that you get your website domain, which is SEO friendly. You get it, which is fully responsive on all devices. So it's accessible and responsive on your desktop, on your mobile. So whether that's your cell phone or a tablet, your users can access your website and utilize it on any device. Also, if you want to restrict visitors or you want to protect the content on your website, you can also enable something that's your website, which makes it password protected. Another thing is, maybe you don't have a domain name and you pretty much want to go live with your website. You can utilize mycanva.site for free, right? And I'm just going to go through that now. And as I mentioned earlier, if you are on the free version of Canva, you're able to utilize or create up to 5 websites, not create, but publish up to 5 websites for free. But if you want to create more than that, of course, you would have to have the pro version or Canva themes, right? All right. Let's go to publish. So we're going to look for 2 things. You can preview your website before you publish. And as you see here, we're seeing it without we're seeing it without navigation, and we can also see it with navigation. However, earlier we did not label our pages, and I'm going to just go back and show you what that looks like. But you have the option to preview your website and have an idea of what it looks like. You can also resize it for mobile, and Canva gives you that option for you to see what it looks like on mobile, which is pretty awesome, right? And then of course you can give Canva its ratings on how would you rate your website on mobile, and I give it like a 5-star, of course. So you have the option to view, see what your website looks like on your mobile device. Then I am just going to go back to my desktop preview, right? And then I'm going to just full screen and close. All right, so we see preview here. This tab is for insights, and once I publish my website, I'm just going to give you an idea, or just give you an overview of what that is about. But we're ready to publish our website, and I select publish. Once I select publish, I have the option to resize on mobile, right, which we saw earlier. I'm going to select resize on mobile. I have the option to use with navigation or without navigation. And then I also have the option to publish as a free domain. And as you see here, you see 0 out of 5, which means on this account, I have not published the website. So I can publish up to 5, as I mentioned earlier. And it's no. I'm going to click this one. But you also have the option to purchase a domain, which you can do so using Canva, right? Or I can use an existing domain. So maybe because you didn't know you could create a website on Canva, you went ahead and created, or not created, but purchased your domain on a website like GoDaddy, or all these other website hosts. And so if you create it, or why do I keep saying creating? If you purchased your domain on, like, for instance, GoDaddy, I already have it, you can connect your existing domain on your own via this platform, right? Also, I think I mentioned this earlier, where if you utilize like a premium image in Canva, before you publish, it will tell you something like, hey, this is the cost of your premium image. If you want to publish it without paying for it, just know that you're going to see the watermark for Canva, or you can simply pay for it or upgrade to Canva Pro. All right, so I'm going to select the option for free domain, and I am ready to go. I'm going to continue. When I click continue, I have the option to choose my URL. So URL is pretty much how will my audience or my customers find me. What's that link? What's that link I'm going to put in my Instagram bio? What's that link I'm going to use or share with customers? Once I'm creating a post on Instagram, what's that link, right? And a key to creating that link is to make it simple. So think about the name of your business, think about something that's relevant for your industry. So, like for instance, in this case, we're doing health. I would give it the name of my business. So if my business name is really long, maybe I can shorten it. Or maybe I can find a more creative way to create domains, right? And so I'm going to include a guideline to creating domain names or choose or coming up with domain names by, and you can click the link in my description to just get that information, right? So I already have named the Carey Digital test. And remember, this is free on Canva. So once you're using the free version, you'll see my.canva.site. And if you're totally okay with that, then you can totally go ahead, right? So one of the things also about your website, you want to include things like keywords. What are the keywords are you going to use? Sorry guys, I'm having like the coughs here, but I want to be mindful that I'm pushing regardless, right? So what was I looking for? Right. So one of the things, you can give your website a description, and you can add up to 160 characters on Canva. So in this case, I'm going to say something like, hold on. We're going to give this a name. So health and beauty wellness spa located. You can include like a location. In Kingston, Jamaica, we serve women and men who want whatever it is. Just come up with your own creative copy, but ensure that it's 160 characters, not words, but characters. So that includes like space and full stop and all of that, right? So you also have the option to enable password. And so once you select that, Canva will send you an email, right? And you can just utilize the auto-generated password for your website. Or you can hide it from search engines, which means that when you go live or publish your website and you don't want persons to find you, which I believe would not be smart, because remember, we're creating a website so persons can discover us. You can click hide. But for whatever reason, you might want to hide it for right now. Maybe your website is not ready, or you're not ready to, share it with the world or a wider audience, so you can click hide from search engines. All right, and I'm just gonna go continue. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you have a premium version, you cannot publish that website until you pay for it. And so because I don't want to pay for this version, for this image, I'm going to look for a free image before I go all the way. All right, so I'm going to quickly click the text. I'm going to change this photo. And again, I'm going to look for a photo without the pro version here. So Pampa, and I can type free. Let's see, what can I find? All right, let's see if I can find like a really good. All right, I think this is a free version. Right. So I found a free version and I'm ready to publish my website. I'm going to click continue. I have everything ready and I'm going to select publish. Right. And it's like literally seconds. So once you have a content ready, you feel confident, bam. So here you will see the link that you can easily copy and you can view your website. When I select view website, and already we can scroll and you send the link to your friends, you send the link to your customers, and persons can just scroll. But there was one important thing that I believe I missed, and I'm going to show you how you can quickly create like hyperlinks. So in this case, this is just pretty, but it's not really functional, because one, if I give you a call to action, which is to book an appointment, and it's not clickable, then it's pointless and your website is not serving the purpose it intended, right? So we're gonna go through that shortly. But pretty much this is what your website would look like, right? And you'll see here designed by Canva. All right, so I'm just gonna quick close that, and I'm going to edit my design. So if you continue to edit this design, you'll need to publish again to update your website. So pretty much if you publish your website and you want persons and you want to make a quick edit, I should say, you will have to unpublish the website, made edits, and republish pretty much. And it literally takes no time. So you have to be mindful. So once you start editing, remember to always know that you republish your website. All right. So for here, I'm going to just select book an appointment. I'm going to look for the link, which is in the menu bar. Right. So I select link. And if I have another like a third-party app for persons to do booking, I can type in calendly.com. In my case, I'm going to use my own link. And I'm going to select enter. And here you'll realize that I have the link added, right? So you can open just to do a quick test to see that it's working, right? And it's always good to test before you go live. That's a key thing to note, right? But say, for instance, you don't have an external link that you want to link it to, you can simply just highlight, select the link. We can delete this here, and I can choose a page, like any other pages on my website, and link it there, right? Done. I'm going to show you how that works shortly. So we're going to click that. Let's close this. All right, so close this. I'm going to show you once I publish. All right. And there's another thing I want to point out is that for each page, you can give your page a title. We're going to give it that. And duplicate pages as well. Hold on. You can hide pages, so that's another thing we're just going to explore. You can hide your pages, so you can unhide. And remember, you can always utilize preview, right? So if you hide the page, then there are certain things that will not be visible to your audience, right? Let's republish the website. Continue. Publish. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comments below. Ask me questions. Now is the time to ask me all the questions. I think I see a comment coming in. Hi, Canva is amazing. Thank you so much. I totally agree. I hope I pronounce. Is it Eileen? I don't want to butcher your name, so I'm not going to call it. But thank you so much for making that comment. It definitely is amazing, and I absolutely love Canva as well. All right, so we have the website. It's live. Maybe you have people start. Right. I wanted to do like a quick test to see if something was working. So remember earlier that we mentioned, hey, once you have a call to action, you should literally select it and ensure that it is linked to like another page on your website, or maybe to an external or third-party app, right? Or third-party website, I should say, right? So I have the website here. It's published. People are start viewing it. I have the right keywords. It is optimized, and now I'm ready to like show my service and get bookings. So I'm going to go back to Canva, and I want to get some insights in terms of how many people are viewing my website, maybe where they're from, and that kind of thing. And I'm going to show you this. If you are on the free version of Canva, you are not able to really leverage this option. So I'm just going to show you what it would look like, but you won't see any real insights here. So that's one of the benefits of having Canva Pro. Once you have Canva Pro, you have access to literally all the features in Canva that you can make the most of. So with website insights, you can get the views, you can get it real time, you can see the country, you can see the device, you can see where the traffic is coming from, and you can also see engagement. I'm going to do another video. It's not going to be a live. I'm going to publish a video utilizing Canva on the pro version and showing you exactly what that looks like. So it's something that you want, you're gonna check the link in my description for that video where I'm gonna walk you through website insights and how you can get even more out of creating your website on Canva. So you'll see here that I'm using Canva free, and when it comes to certain things, I'm a bit limited, and I really don't want that, and I really don't like that, really, right? So that's something that we have to just ensure that if you want your website to operate a certain way or you want it to look a certain way, then of course you have to be mindful that hey, these are some of the features I want and you're willing to pay for it. Or again, you can try Canva free for 45 days by using the link in my description. All right, so this is our Canva website. This is how it looks. I have the web link. I don't think I shared it here. I can also have the option to share. And you might be asking this question because maybe you're quite familiar with Canva. You'll be like, so is publishing Canva website different from that of creating a presentation and publishing it as a website? So the thing is that you can create a presentation, convert it to a website, but you don't publish it as a website. And so what happens is that when you do that, is that you just get a presentation look and feel. And I'm just going to show you that quickly. Right, so I'm going to go home. I'm going to create presentations. Right, so maybe I have a design already. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go to home. I'm going to look for my design. Let me look for you. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to make a copy, right? And I'm going to, I think I did something wrong. Let me go back. I'm going to create a presentation. I know that's what I wanted to do. So I'm going to create a presentation, right? And then now I'm going to add my design, right? So I'm going to add a design for what I already created and show you exactly what I mean about, you know, your presentation looking like a presentation when you share it as a website. So fine, I have it here. This is a presentation view. I can click share and click website. And so in this case, you realize I don't have the option to publish as a website, right? All I'm able to do is say open a website. And so I just get a link. And in my case, I can use tools like Bitly. I'll include the link in the description, and I can create a short link and persons can still view. But pretty much I get a website view when I utilize presentation, right? So because I don't want the presentation look, and because I know Canva can give me a really good website, then of course I leverage the website feature of Canva. If you have any questions about how you can, better create your website or how you can choose templates, then you want to sign up for my 6-week training series, Grow Your Biz Presence Online Using Canva, where I dive into building your online presence, creating your website using Canva. And you just want to leverage all the links that I'm dropping in my description because I'll be giving you access to resources on things you need to know before you start creating your website, what your website should look and feel like. And of course, you can just send me a DM on Instagram and it's at Carey Digital. Or maybe you just want to, comment below. Let me know how you found this particular session. Let me know if you have any questions. Was there anything that you wanted to see that I probably missed in this session? Just ask me the questions. Let me know how you feel, because my goal really is to help you to build your online presence and to show you how you can utilize tools like Canva to build your online presence. So drop your comments below and let's help you to stand out online, position your business online, and let your customers discover you. Thank you for watching this live. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching this replay. If you want more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel at Carey Digital. In October, I'll be going live on the second Saturday and the fourth Saturday in October. So starting October, I'll be just going live because I enjoy these sessions. I believe it's a great opportunity for us to connect, for us to learn, for you to ask me the questions live. and for us to just, make that connection and build and grow and position your business online. So I'm excited to be here. Thanks for watching. And before you go, subscribe to my channel at Carey Digital. I publish videos weekly on my channel, Carey Digital. Until next time, bye.